Monday, May 19th, 2025 will go down in history as one of the greatest hip-hop days of all time. And West Coast hip-hop is back in full force to start this week, leaving the East Coast all cried out like Lisa Lisa with Full Force.
Tears will burn the pillow.
And the West is not letting their foot off the gas with more diss tracks aimed at New York MC Joey Badass from rappers Daylyt, Az Chike, and now Vaughn. Despite Joey Badass coming back with his own response on the same day with his My Town record, recruiting legendary New York battle rapper Loaded Lux.
Look, Vaughn was so last week. Now I'm hearing shit about some nigga named Az Chike who wanna be the next victim. East to the west, that's crossroads for you whenever we intersect. About good kids or badasses. It's when punks who talk like they want it don't have at.
The pro-era MC did not load enough pistols in My Town to shoot back at the multiple attacks coming from the West Coast in one day.
Betty a crock of shit.
Starting with Az Chike playing Peekaboo with his song What Would You Do?
Heard that game time board now, nigga on your dome. 6-hour flight, time to send a nigga home.
If you can get with the dog.
Sampling 1990s West Coast hip-hop group The Dog Pound and their 1995 record What Would You Do?
Turn around in this zone. Now what would you do? What you do? If you could fuck with me or my crew, don't even think about stepping in the motherfucking house.
Az delivered with production and the flow while elevating his own lyrical ability, showcasing some of his best work, firing back at Joey while protecting the West Coast, reminding Joey in the beginning to keep the West Coast out his mouth.
About the coast, already told you, nigga, watch your mouth. See the chit chatter like chisel, don't get busy. Yes, the badass is boss, he can't fuck with me.
Then being petty, asking Joey how is he a pro in his era without making a hit song.
You ain't even worth a song. I'd show you on my loan. Are you a pro from your era? Still ain't made a hit song.
Calling out Joey's claims that the ruler is back when Az is still trying to figure out who the fuck asked for that.
Got beef all over, how sloppy Joe. You just hide from scratch, steady screaming you back, but who the fuck asked for you?
Then battle rap phenomenon Daylyt also delivered Sunshine on a Monday morning, including a new diss record for Joey Badass and CJ Fly, titled WRD2MIMVA, including a popular New York sample of Cameron's song Welcome to New York City from his 2002 Come Home With Me album.
The place of the lost towers, we never lost power. God, why he beef with a giant like we equal defiant? Think you can kill a king, them people as lions. There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from.
With Daylyt's first verse alone easily destroying Joey lyrically line by line, just like Kendrick Lamar did with hip-hop's sweetest entertainer for all the Chihuahuas, Drizzle Pie. With Daylyt starting off the track by saying Joey popped.
Disrespect what we built. We popped and then skirted. Now expect to be killed.
Like a man's skirt, but also being killed in this hip-hop battle. Daylyt also acknowledges that many people in hip-hop think Joey is going nuts, so it's cool.
They think you going nuts, so it's cool. Vasectomy dealt. You won't wreck with me? Totem pole on the mount. Your death can't be healed.
To reference the character named Nutso in the iconic 1994 movie Above the Rim. In the movie, Nutso fell from a building in the beginning of the movie, which is a lethal shot at Joey Badass, who had his pro-era member and friend, Capital Steez, who unfortunately fell from a New York building at the age of 19.
If the world knew what knew about you, they'd jump off a bridge too.
Daylyt doesn't stop with the personal shots, reminding Joey they ain't friends. So the bullets come dimes or dozens.
My hurt, homie, like hospitals, I'm patient Londas. We ain't friends, so the bullets come dimes or dozens.
Poking fun at the issues between Capital Steez and the New York rapper Dime a Dozen. And let's not forget CJ Fly, who also dropped his own diss record, ironically on the same day, aimed at Vaughn, titled Stingray. Daylyt asks Joey on this song if he knows what comes after the body drops.
Should probably stop. Why? You know what comes after the body drop? Flies.
Then by getting petty with Daylyt telling Joey he could never compete with Kendrick, let alone kill Kenny, even if he was in South Park.
Oh, I doubt Mark. You couldn't kill Kenny with South Park. That's a hood story.
And in the words of Kendrick Lamar, all I can say is, nothing could have prepared hip-hop fans for the Monday Night Bomb TDE's finest, Vaughn, dropped with his lethal response to Joey Badass, giving his best 50 Cent rendition with the 50 Cent sample of his Back Down record from 2003.
It's easy to see when you look at me. 50, don't back down.
Getting way more disrespectful with Joey on Golden Eye.
Holy shit, a guy get back on Troy and ain't say shit. Heard he out here begging for Doc. I let the case spit get smacked down.
Starting off with the Baby Oil and Joey's alleged P. Diddy ties, with Vaughn simply saying Johnson and Johnson.
Let that nigga off that casting couch. They let that nigga out that fucking slide through the kitchen and shit. Yeah, Johnson and Johnson.
Then feeling more gas to Joey's alleged fire and desire for P. Diddy, with Vaughn alleging Joey was sliding on Diddy's boat, yet he wouldn't slide for the bros back home.
Electrician, oh, we out here flexing with his power check. Nigga, then why y'all ain't deployed? I heard you was sliding on Diddy, but won't slide for your.
Then not even a full minute into the Golden Eye record, Vaughn is calling out the entire Pro Era crew, questioning how nobody in the crew has hits, questioning if Pro Era even exists as a hip-hop collective.
Just a Forbes list miss with a bad boy bonus. CJ got no hit, Kirk got no hit, you ain't got no hit, so Pro Era don't exist.
Then Vaughn claps back at any attempt Joey is trying to make, claiming Ray has no connections to Kendrick, when Ray confirmed that Kendrick authorized the hit.
Off the wrist, a nigga made it out of wheel, but my name ain't Jay Smith. I ain't got his number, bitch, he authorized the hit.
Then Ray says it's better to be a Kendrick copy than in a bukkake with Diddy.
Chasing nigga, why you giving up your hoe? Oh, you a badass, a bad boy, there you go. Cook a fake beef, cause Puffy call you Sloppy Joe. I be the Kendrick copy. Nigga, that's better than bukkake.
In the words of Remy Ma,
Are you dumb?
that is crazy. Pretty much, Vaughn makes it clear in the entire record that Joey's accusations of him being gay are out of pocket.
Them gay lines is out of pocket. I ain't never been at Diddy house. Soraya gonna be shocked when all that footage out.
Especially when Joseph has his name connected to P. Diddy.
If you're standing next to Diddy, then you shouldn't mention Dick.
And as a member of the LGBT plus a ton community, sorry not sorry, but even I find all of these homophobic bars to be extremely monumental and pure comedy, especially when Joey started the accusations of TDE being gay in the first place.
Funny how they gotta use the pro name for promo on the low, though. I really think you niggas is homo.
When nobody is more gay, not than me, but hip-hop's sweetest entertainer for all the Chihuahuas, Drizzle Marie. And obviously I have a West Coast bias because I'm from the West Coast, but I loved both responses from the East and the West Coast on May 19th. Very historic day that we can all look back at fans and lovers of hip-hop music, and not P. Diddy.
I love this drink.
Where you
Chance,
put my
with you. I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at?
I like when
Actually.
you
It's
when you
right here, it's
scrambling
right
and
here.
scraping.
But what I'm saying here is I was not expecting Vaughn to come back with this type of track all in the same day when we already had Daylyt and Az Chike, who easily came back strong against Joey's finals record. And Joey did great again with his My Town record, but he had an assist with Loaded Lux, which in my honest opinion, I don't think is the right move in this situation. Joey Badass literally just had 3 West Coast MCs that he really wasn't trying to get it in with because they didn't have Baby Oil and because they're not Kendrick.
What the hell is even that?
I'ma chill. Kendrick was always Joey's target, and unfortunately, he's not going to get it. Because Kendrick is not going to respond, especially when all of these West Coast rappers that are, quote, beneath Kendrick are easily standing up for their own West Coast region without getting King Kendrick involved, taking full force in this rap battle that Joey Badass started again. Vaughn literally said on Golden Eye that nobody cares about Joey since 1999. His iconic mixtape had jump-started Joey's career, but not in 2020, not in 2021, 2022, but back in 2012, right around the time when Kendrick Lamar was on Drizzle Pie's Take Care, Buried Alive.
Fall asleep. I fall asleep because you are the death of me.
I mean, what a time to be alive. But that's the point. Over 10 years, and Joey Badass still feels like he's at that level from hip-hop fans. And then a masterful move in this battle with Ray Vaughn using a 50 Cent sample on a record that has multiple attacks at Joey Badass's and P. Diddy's alleged relationship, whether they're sliding on the boat or sliding at a Freaknik. I mean, god damn. Even 50 Cent gotta give the West this one. Then questioning Joey about the spice with Takashi. Where was Joey trying to claim the King of New York or take over for the Mecca when all of the buffoonery was happening around him in the last 10 years? Ray Vaughn needed no assist with Golden Eye or even Ho Era. Daylyt didn't need any assistance with his diss records. Az Chike, who's not considered a lyricist, not saying that Joey needed Loaded Lux, Joey had Ab Soul and Big Sean Connery in the Red Bull freestyle. My Town literally did not do enough damage after 3 West Coast MCs came back to back to back with no assist from any featured artist on those tracks, showing that the West Coast took full control of this entire West Coast East Coast battle that Joey Badass started again. And salute Joey Badass and the East Coast. I really think that they did an amazing job with all of the rappers that came out that released tracks, but it's still not enough for what the West Coast did. And like Ray Vaughn said on Crash Out Heritage, Joey Badass and the East Coast really isn't willing to crash out like this. And despite the East Coast coming back strong on May 19th, it might be a little too late to start in this battle when the West Coast is
All the way up.
and won't finish. Or in the words of 50 Cent,
Back down. Everywhere I go.
thank you so much for watching, and let me know what your thoughts on all of the records that were released on May 19th. Are you thinking the East Coast is up right now, or do you feel like the West Coast was already up and they're up even more? All records are great to me, but I have to give it to Ray Vaughn. But the most strongest record out of all of them is Daylyt and Ray Vaughn. Daylyt's battle rap ability to just flow effortlessly line by line is always going to be iconic to me. Using the Nas ether flow and cadence for the intro, Cameron's instrumental sample, you can't beat that. But Ray Vaughn, the disrespect, the full crash out with Ho Era and now Golden Eye, I easily give Ray Vaughn my favorite artist in this battle coming from the West Coast, right under Daylyt. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, go be amazing and have an amazing day.